Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie Deja, JJ Diamond, whatever y'all call me. First, I want to thank God for being alive another day. Let's check out the weather here in Charlotte. Charlotte, what's the weather? Charlotte. Alexa, what's the weather?
Right now in Charlotte, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather with a high of 72 degrees and a low of 46 degrees.
It's not going to be too hot today. We've been having excellent weather within the last 2 weeks. It hasn't been too hot where you can't breathe. So I'm just thankful for the heat. We had a cold spurt twice, and it just wasn't for me. I got used to this heat, y'all. Being from the north, people would think, oh, I would crave the cold. Oh, no. I do not crave that cold. I do miss the snow, though. I miss seeing the snow and going out and standing in the snow. But to miss the cold, I don't miss the cold. You call me tropical because I like the heat. Today I wanted to talk about gardening. Yesterday, a grandson, he was here and he gave me some monies. And I was so happy I was able to go and get my garden tools that I need. My dad already has some. And I had to get some seeds and some. Matter of fact, I need to get up from here today and get working on that because I couldn't actually find the plants. I wanted to use the plants. When I was in the Bronx, we would go and get the actual plants of collard greens, tomatoes, and then go and plant them. However, I couldn't find them, so I have to start from scratch with the seeds. And that's fine. Y'all seen me do that last year with my basil, my thyme, my herbs, But this year, we're going to do some food, okay? We're going to do some food. And I am so happy and excited about it. So I'm going to get started on that next week. Hopefully it won't rain. The first thing I'm going to get started on today is getting these seeds planted. We're probably going to have to wait into mid-May before I actually put them in ground due to the fact of me not being able to find the actual plants that's already grown. It really don't take that long for them to sprout. Once they start sprouting, it really doesn't take that long. However, it makes the process a little bit longer. But I'm going to go and start the process with the dirt, turning it over, getting fertilizer, different things like that to get the ground prepared to accept our food. Okay? So I'm excited. Last time I was able to actually plant in ground was back in the Bronx when I lived at 371 East 153rd Street. So that was the last time I was able to really get down with it. But now I'm in Charlotte. Y'all know I live in a condo, so ain't no planting nothing here for real. And my dad, he bought a house, so I'm able to go down there to his house and put some work in. Now, the reason why we should plant summer ivy, you have a yard, and this is just my theory of things. You have a yard, take the time out and do some gardening. One, it's going to save you some money. Two, it's healthier, okay? Because all kind of stuff is put on the food before processing it and being sold to the public, especially at the markets. But we have a lot of these farmers markets where the food is a lot fresher. So that's why we shop at the farmers markets, I was introduced to farmers market actually through WIC, okay? When I was pregnant with my daughter and I gave birth to her, they gave me WIC to start off with. And they gave me some tickets to a farmer's market. And I was like, what is this for? It was like, oh, these are for you to go to the farmer's market. And I said, to the farmer's market? And they was like, yeah, I said, not the supermarket. She said, well, no, you could go to the supermarket. We have stuff for you to get at the supermarket. She said, but it's fresher for you to go to the farmer's market. And I did already know that getting food fresh from the farmer's market was fresher. But, you just never, deal with it. You like, ugh, nah, I'm going to go over here to the market and pick up my fruits and veggies. But then when I went to the farmer's market, it brought me back to home. When we used to plant our food in the backyard, So that's when I told myself, one day I need a garden. I got to have my own garden. Truth be told, I want a few acres. I'm going to just give it to y'all straight. Where I can plant a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Have some grapevines over here. Have a peach tree over here. Have a lemon tree over here. Have me some collard greens, some peppers. I want a little bit of everything, So that way, if times get rough, how they did during the COVID, where not that we didn't have the money to buy the food wasn't there for us to buy. We have it, Money is not always everything, people. People think that having all this money is the best thing ever, and they see like a person like myself, they see myself, run around. Jackie got money. She buying this. She doing that. She doing this. But then when you don't have it or it's worthless to you, what do? You know what I mean? Money. My daughter had brought this to me yesterday, and it's a saying that we've all used in every generation. Money is the root to all evil. And pretty much it is. It can become that because we would do so much for money. We would steal, kill, rob, no matter what, sell our bodies. We do almost anything for money. So I pretty much try to, not stay away from it, but how can I explain it? You need money to survive, but being greedy can turn you into a demon, okay? Now, sometimes people be greedy because they want to get to a certain level, but they don't know once you get to that certain level, that's when the devil steps in and he starts manipulating the mind, okay? So I've experienced that already, somewhat. Not to the fullest, not to the total fullest. That's why I had to step back down. This is what I feel. I'm just saying me. I had to step back down because the next time I get there, I need to be solely focused on God. I can't allow nothing to stand in my way, okay, and take me off course. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I didn't have when I was raking in the dough. Okay, I had God with me, but I couldn't stay focused. I wasn't strong enough. You understand what I'm saying? So then sometimes God will pull you back down because you wasn't focused enough so you can get focused. So it took for me to come back down and start, spending more time with God to understand what he wants from me. The things that he needs me to do in order to stay focused. Now, being focused now is a lot easier than it used to be, and I shout out to God on that because he made sure he put that in me. And I'm thankful. People don't realize how hard it is to stay focused. We get dedicated to sometimes all the wrong things, and if y'all notice, like I just started a new brand, and if y'all notice, I'm not totally focused on that brand. Now pay attention. Y'all know it's out there, but I'm not totally focused on it. I'm not totally dedicating myself to it because that's not what God wants. He wants me to be able to maneuver different things while focusing on it. See, that's something that I had to learn. Because what you wind up doing, and I heard this yesterday, I heard it a couple of times, but, I was talking to my nephew, and he said, I was looking at this public speaker, and he was talking about why the rich don't rest, and they don't have fun, they're miserable, And I said, why? So he was breaking it down to me, and I was like, yeah, well, he's right, because I've been there. I wasn't rich, but, I was a six-figure holder, so I was like, almost there. And I'm like, I get it. Because life is all about your money. But you have to have things outside of your money in order to progress and stay on track. Because you will be so dedicated to where you'll walk right into destruction. Okay? And that is one of the keys that a lot of us miss. Because we're so, even when I was working and I was bringing in all this money, I was so dedicated to working for Frito and bringing in them $1,500 checks a week that I forgot about everything else around me. I stayed focused. I was getting up, going to work. I gotta get this money, get this money. But I forgot all about my kids. I forgot about the love of them, the love that I need to give to them. I bought them stuff. I did take them out once a week. But when they woke up, when their eyes opened up in the morning, I wasn't there. When they went to bed at night, I wasn't there. So this is why I had to learn how to maneuver. And it even took effect on my significant other as well. And I had to go to counseling because of it. So everything that you see that you think is good and it looks pretty, it's not always pretty. Okay? You're looking at the surface, but what's going on inside the box? Okay, that's what people miss. And then not everybody talks about it because they feel like you don't understand anyway. So it's a big ordeal. So now this time, I'm making sure that I not only do my business, but I'm serving meanwhile. Okay? Instead of waiting, most people, they get all this money and then they say, okay, I want to serve now. Because I got all this extra money. I'm going to put this towards this. In order to flourish with God, okay, you got to serve before, during, and after. Okay? So, I say that to say, I want to give back to God and to my dad and, the people that he wants to serve with gardening. I chose that because it's something that I have experience in. So and not only is it going to help the people and my dad, it's going to help me as well because if I want something to eat, guess what? I can go to my dad's house and pull it out the ground. So that's the way I look at it, It's always good to have your own food. It's always good to have your own food. I know for New Yorkers it's a little hard, but it's not that hard because my aunt did it. Shout out to my Aunt Alice. She did it. She was from Richmond, Virginia. She went to New York, got a home with her husband, and she built a garden right in the middle of the Bronx, and that's where we ate from. We ate all our vegetables, and I don't eat tomatoes. I've always been allergic to them. But the greens, the peas, the green beans we had back there, the green peppers. We had things that I didn't have to go to the store and purchase because we had it in the backyard. And she'll give me the key to the gate and say, Jackie, go downstairs and go, here's this basket, and go pull some of the stuff out of the yard so I can wash it up and cook it tonight. And I said, okay. And I'll go get the what is it called? Forgot what it's called, but it's like you can stick it in the ground to pull up so you won't break the roots. You dig around it and then you pull up the greens and stuff. And I would go out there and I'll do that for her and bring it back. And when I come home at night, the food is on the table, And I was so thankful that I was taught these things, because not everybody is taught this stuff, And I was just so thankful. I'm still thankful for a lot of the things that I've been taught. And it comes right from the Bronx. Even though these people were Southern people, they brought their knowledge to the Bronx. And that was a beautiful thing, So other people got to see and understand as well what they could possibly do. If they own property or owned a home. Because they would see me. They would see me go out there. Some of them would even come and stand with me and talk to me while I'm doing it. So they got to experience it as well. So even though, we come from the concrete jungle, don't mean we don't experience things. Coming down here to the South, a lot of people like, oh, you from New York? Ain't no way possible you know this. What do you mean? All these people are from the South. That's why I try to tell people I'm a Southern girl. Whether y'all like it or not, this is who I am. Because all my people were from the South. Each and every one of them. Okay? And they taught me Southern living. In the concrete jungle, okay? And this is why the South rocks with me, because they see that Southern in me. They know, they can tell. I mean, only thing they couldn't tell when I came to Charlotte, was about my eating habits. They couldn't understand my eating habits. Because, I used to walk around with a bottle. Matter of fact, I'm going to get me a new one today. My daughter had bought one yesterday, and I want to get me another one today so I can start detoxing on a regular basis. Again, they would see me walking around with a bottle of water with lemon pills and cucumbers in it. And they're like, okay, well, what is that? And I'm like, oh, this is for me to detox on a daily basis. And they're looking at me like, huh? And then why she so little? Because most of the people in the South, they got big hips, big booty, And I was slim, when I got here. So they're looking at me like, okay, she has good character, but she's so skinny. She's so little. Why? But they didn't know that even in the South, we were starting to get rid of the fat, starting to change, My lifestyle eating change started back when I was 17. I was on a very strict diet because I couldn't eat certain things. Where, everybody else was eating, everything else. However, oh Lord, somebody's banging on my door. Hold on. Who is it? Hold on. Oh, I apologize, y'all. My grandson banging on the door. Don't be so loud. I'm on my podcast, Egypt Sleep. Huh? Oh, you're not. Oh, because he woke you up?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I'm on my podcast.
Where the shoes
Amir, I'm on my podcast. You see how they do me, y'all? Every time I get on here to try to talk to y'all, They
Oh, yeah, they might be actually.
in the closet.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Guys, I'm gonna have to finish this tomorrow because I ain't got my thought process all messed up. This is why I don't like to do my podcast. Because they always interrupt. Anyway, y'all, this is Jacqueline Richard Simmons, JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, whatever y'all call me. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.